Hello, you dirty sods. Welcome back to another episode of Cam times Chloe. We need a name for this. Please comment a name.
Chloe and Cam show.
It's Cam and Chloe.
Chloe and
Cam comes first.
Actually, well, yeah, Cam does tend to come first.
Yeah, thanks. Please do drop a subscribe if you haven't already. I think 90% of people that watch the videos haven't subscribed yet. So what have you got to say about that, Chloe?
That's shit.
It's shit. Today, I've asked on my Instagram for you to send us in assumptions. I sound like such a fucking influencer. It's what you've all been asking for. Nobody's been asking for it. Nobody asked for this. First up is Harry Seaton's saying, you pretend to be each other during sex.
How would that work?
Like, imagine you have to pretend to be me. What would I do in sex?
Oh, how are you, man? I'm Cam.
God, I'm lost for words, aren't I?
Yeah.
Basically, do we fancy each other?
Do you fancy ourselves?
Yeah, do we fancy ourselves so much that we pretend to be each other because that's the only way we can come? And the answer is yes, isn't it? Do you not think of yourself when you're shagging us? Like you shagging yourself? Because that's what I do.
Do you?
Yeah. Chloe misses the quiff.
You've had such a good hair journey.
Such a good hair journey.
Yeah, since we've been together. Before we got together, it was a bit rocky.
What do you mean?
Do you know the complete bald and no eyebrows? That wasn't really a...
Yes, Chloe, that was for £600 because I had no money at all. That was what that was for.
Yeah, that's a shame. So, but like since we've been together, obviously you had the quiff.
When we met, you met
I
me
fell
with-
for the quiff.
You fell for the quiff, which can you just walk us through that? How did you, looking back at photos of it, Alex, please put a photo on screen. Why did you fall for the
I
quiff?
don't think the quiff's bad.
You don't think it's bad? Was it
No,
the kind
I
of...
just think the only reason that I used to make fun of it so much is because I knew when I called it a quiff, you hated it. So then I got everybody else calling it a quiff, and I told Becky to say in that video to call it a quiff, and then everybody started calling it a quiff.
Projection.
Yeah, just because I knew you didn't like it being called a quiff, so I just thought it was funny.
But
I liked it though.
why did you like it? Was it the way it like swept in the wind?
Yeah, it was just swoopy. It's like a swoosh.
Did you like the flop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It had a good flop to
The
it.
flop was great, wasn't it? You can't really beat that kind of flop,
Yeah,
can you?
it had a good flop.
Now, what do you think about, obviously...
Then you had your perm.
The perm, what do you think about the perm?
I liked the perm. I think the perm was good at the start, but then when it got to like the end of the perm, when it was growing out and it was just frizzy, that was a bit of a mess.
It just didn't really know what it was doing.
Yeah,
did it?
there was one point where like it grew out quite a bit and you hadn't had your hair cut in a while. And I think you came to Newcastle because I was already there. And I saw you got off the train and I was waiting for you and I was going, is that Cam? I was like, no, it can't it be? I was like, shit, it is. Because I hadn't seen you in like a good few weeks. Your hair was just like a big frizzy mop. And I was like, what the fuck's that? So I made you get that sea salt spray.
There's a footballer called Guendouzi. I bet it looks like him.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, Alex put a photo on screen.
Yeah, but that's when I made you buy the sea salt spray for your curls.
And
It looked good.
What do you rate now? To give you a bit of a what it looks like now. I always wear hats, so I feel like people don't know what it looks like.
Ooh, it got smoked.
There, will the real Slim Shady please stand up?
I think
His
it looks
real
good
name's
now.
Clarence. Do you think?
Yeah, I think it suits you.
Keep getting called Pete Davidson.
Yeah, I thought I'd like not like it at this stage. I thought this would be the stage where you'd eventually grow back to the quiff. I was always thinking, oh god, this stage is going to be really awkward, but I actually like it.
Do you not think it's very like 2000s with the frosted tips?
Yeah.
What are you saying
But
about?
I can't say anything, so I've got big chunky highlights.
Yeah, we're freaks.
So
what you rating? What you saying? Do you wish the quiff would come back? That's the ultimate question.
no, but the real question is, what do you like for yourself?
Is that who said
That's
that?
all that's what's important is you, how you feel about yourself.
But I've got a question before I answer the question for myself. The question for you is, how do you feel about it? Do you want it back? Fuck off.
No, I like it now.
You like it now?
I like that you've been on a bit of a journey.
A character arc.
Yeah.
I don't like the quiff. I'm gonna go and say it. The thing was, everyone bullied us into getting the quiff chopped. It was kind of on the fringes, and then everyone bullied us, so I was like...
So was it my fault, kind of?
Bullying works. Yeah, it was your fault. All them kids you used to bully in school, then you bullied me.
I didn't bully anyone in school. I got bullied. Stop that.
Right, yeah, I'm just going to fucking ask this, because every other question, do I get pegged? How many times do I need to reveal this? I do not get pegged. Sorry, was that a cough?
No, I've just got a bit of a sore throat.
Oh,
Corona.
Yeah, I thought you said something there. Chloe sneaks out at 2 a.m. to peg Southerners.
Which Southerners? Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, well, do you want to get up like really early in the morning? I'm not actually going to work. I'm going out to peg Southerners.
If you were in Kick-Ass, you'd be the fucking pegging queen. Wait, what would you be? What could your superhero?
Pegging princess.
Pegging princess? That's your name. You're just there and you're just like, you know, General Grievous in Star Wars where he's got like lightsabers. You've just got fucking pegging devices.
It's just a big strap on.
Yeah. You're more like best mates that shag than the typical lovey-dovey type. What would you say about this, Chloe Vardy? Are we best mates that are just kind of get it sorted?
You're very secretly lovey-dovey though.
What do you mean? What do you mean secretly lovey?
Like,
not me.
Like,
Not it must be your other boyfriend, not me.
no, like I do get the fact. We probably do give off more like bestie vibes, the way that we crack on. You still do like the baby voice and shit.
Me?
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
Pwah, not me. Like, are you taking the piss? What baby voice?
I'll have videos on my phone somewhere that I've sneakily caught you.
No, not me. Like,
Yeah, you're quite clingy. You always like cuddles. You've always got to be touching us.
fuck off.
Why are you lying?
I do in the morning.
You do it
But
throughout
that's
the
just
day
a
as
mo-
well.
Do you not like a cuddle in the morning?
It's not a bad thing. That's a good thing.
You just called it clingy.
No, like in a nice way.
What do you mean in a nice way? Take going, oh, I fucking killed your ma. In a nice way.
I mean, it's a bit different though, isn't it?
A little bit.
Do you know how we should start it? Maybe we should start holding hands.
Fuck that. Holding hands in public? Me? No, you got no chance of that, like.
You'll hold a hand for like a bit, and then I'll be like, and
Is that... You miss Newcastle, and the only reason you moved to London is for YouTube. I do miss Newcastle a lot. I saw like I get DMs from people being like, saying you kind of not. They don't think I'm a YouTuber. They kind of think I'm someone that does YouTube, and I kind of feel that way. Like I don't. I find it difficult to interact with most YouTubers. Like obviously there's people like Alex and stuff that I like to speak to outside of this house. But I really can't get into like the influencer lifestyle of here. I really struggle with it. Like I really struggle with it because I go out with like Charlie's mates the most, like Ben.
yeah,
People who don't do YouTube. That's who I hang around with a lot more because it's a lot more like my friends at home.
yeah,
And I really struggled at the start when I didn't have. I don't want to say normal people, but I want to say people that are normal because they don't do this fucking weird job.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like people that don't do this job, like my mates. What do you think?
I know. I always miss Newcastle. Like I'll always want to go back to Newcastle. Like I'll never want to live here forever.
Yeah.
This is more of like a temporary thing just for your career and like see what we can do with you. Like even if I found something that I like doing here, I'd want to find a way to move it back to Newcastle. Like I'd never want to like, have a family here.
Yeah, I couldn't live here, like permanently here, like.
Like I don't know. I think it's a very different environment.
And I also think it's a lot like I don't know if I love the YouTubers that I speak to, but the YouTubers that I don't really speak to, I always feel it's a lot more like I feel like I'm getting judged a lot more. I don't know why. Like people that obviously like the people we speak to are canny, but like when I go like a bit further, I always feel like I don't know if I'm getting judged or not.
Yeah.
Like, how many times do you like fucking like dance here or something, and you feel a bit awkward because you're like, if I bust out a fucking like fucking one of them, is people gonna hate us? You sleep on separate beds. We do have 2 single beds in the bedroom, don't we? Imagine if we had 2 single beds.
Just on the opposite side to the room.
Yeah. Good night, love. See you later.
Bye.
No, we have a double bed. Okay, I think this is a good one. Does height affect how attracted you are to somebody?
I always thought it didn't, but I think it does. Like I hate the fact that it does because I'm small, so I'm quite selfish here, like in lads, like your height, because like that's selfish.
Can you just what do you mean
like,
it's selfish?
It's selfish. I could take the small boys, but like
Small boys' lives matter.
I've like spoke to like short boys before. It's just
What do you
I
mean?
didn't fancy
What do
them
you
as
mean?
much. I didn't fancy them as much. I
What,
don't know
so
why.
Are you telling me this lad?
I felt bad.
This lad is hilarious. This lad is the best looking lad ever. This guy smells brilliant, right? But then you just meet up in person and you're like,
Well, no one's
Gary Tunner?
well, no one's gonna be smaller than us.
could you go out with someone that was the same height as you? Oh my god, it'd be like Willy Wonka's chocolate
I
factory.
think because I'm small, I feel like it would feel weird. Imagine if we had kids. Like, well, kids would just be doomed.
Going to Alton Towers or Water Valley would be the most disappointing family trip. Here's all the rides you can go on. The teacups. I think size is important for me because I like my type is like smaller girls. Like, I couldn't have a girl that's over 5'9".
You couldn't handle her.
Not that I couldn't handle her, I just look and I'm
She'd
just like...
just chin you.
No, I'm just like, well, I feel like you should be my centre-back partnership in an 11-a-side game.
You just couldn't handle, like, a Megan Thee Stallion type woman, could you?
Megan Thee Stallion?
Yeah, she'd just chin you.
I'd batter her.
Oh, hi.
Not like fucking... not like that. Right? If anyone gets any ideas.
I think I'd quite like her batterers.
Your favourite sandwich is tuna. Now, I don't want to be the happy hour podcast here, but what's your favourite sandwich?
See, I like an egg and cress.
Egg and cress?
Like, if it's like a meal deal type of sandwich, I like an egg and cress.
When have you ever got an egg and cress sandwich?
I always used to get egg and cress sandwiches.
Are you saying that's the number one sandwich?
It's not the number one sandwich, I just quite like it.
But what is the number one sandwich?
My Subway order.
What is your Subway order?
What is your Subway order?
My Subway order changes, love. My Subway order changes a lot. Sometimes I get chicken teriyaki with sweet onion sauce, a bit of tomato in there, a bit of cheese. I like to accompany that with a bit of lettuce.
I go for turkey.
Turkey?
With cheese. Toasted. And then for the salad, I like lettuce, tomato, peppers, sweet corn.
Sweet corn?
Lots of gherkins. Lots of olives.
Do you actually say lots of gherkins? When you say gherkins and he stops, do you go, no, lots of gherkins?
Yeah. I always say lots of gherkins.
You smelly bitch. Smelly
And
bitch.
sometimes jalapenos if I'm feeling them, but I'm not always feeling them.
I feel like people can smell you through the camera right now. Ellie the Human said, women best friends are to be feared in a relationship. Do you think best friends are a threat in a relationship both ways?
It's only a threat if you can see that they're obviously very flirty with them, or they've clearly got something there. But just having like female friends isn't a threat.
How can you tell that then?
I think you can always tell. You can tell by how the person acts with you. So like, if they're genuinely just your mate and they just act normal around you, then it's gonna be fine. Like, they're just a friend. But if they're really like, kind of, I think you can always kind of tell, like, they're not only quite passive.
What do you mean passive?
Like, make like snidey comments and stuff, because I've like experienced that in the past where it's been a bit weird. Not with you. Like, it's just really uncomfortable. Like, you don't know what to do.
Well, like little digs at you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. See, if I had a best friend that was a girl and I was going on like day trips with that girl, just me and her, would that be weird?
I think so, but it depends. I think it would be a bit. I think
just you?
Yeah, I think it would make us a bit uncomfortable.
It depends, because if you were like on a day thing with like Lewis or Charlie, or like someone that I knew, if it was someone I knew,
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, that's fine. But it's if someone I don't know, and then if they were single, and then I saw like
I think that's got a big
something-
thing if they're single.
Yeah.
Or if you can tell that if they have an attraction for them, I think that's a big thing.
What is
Like,
the
I think
restful activity?
I think like if you just like, if you're going shopping and you just want them to come, if you're going for like a nice meal, or if you're going to like a cute date place, like that's like typically a date place.
I think axe throwing.
Not extra.
If you were going to axe throwing with a lad, and then he was like there with his biceps, and it was like his biceps were potting with the axe, I'd be like...
Not the axe throwing.
Just for context, Charlie was out with a girl once and then asked me, Chloe, go axe throwing. And that was when we realised that we weren't in Newcastle anymore. We had entered Toryland. You fingered her for a while, but she hasn't come.
What? Why is that so specific? Maybe that's just their issues and they're just trying to like see if other people are going through the same
it's not for
thing.
me, it's for my
Like,
friend.
Yeah, just be like, see, like, I've been fingering this girl and she hasn't come yet, so maybe if I ask him, maybe he's having the same issue.
Yeah, maybe he's just... what advice could we give him if he can't make his girlfriend come, but he's just using his fingers? How many fingers are you using, by the way, fella?
What's your technique?
Yeah, what's your technique?
Are you just going at it, like going a bit rough? Because that's just going to you're just going to go numb after a while.
Exactly, like you can't...
You need to be a bit
like you're dipping it in Nutella.
like, come here.
Yeah.
Come here.
You like being chained up.
I thought you had more chains on today.
Just do it. I'm alright. It's a night. Do you like getting chained up?
Just like how you explain your jokes. Just do it. Yep, because it's like logo.
You know, I love it. Slogan. I don't think you like getting chained up. I think you like getting tied up occasionally. But sometimes, I'm not going to lie to you, right? Sometimes, like, when you're like, you might be a bit in the mood. For, like, sometimes the chains are like total other side of the room. Sometimes I just cannot be arsed. Sometimes I just can't be asked to get out of bed and get the draw, and then sometimes I just can't be asked.
You're still it for the long haul now. You should
Yeah.
have prepared.
Yeah, like we should have done that, like, you know, like Art Attack where they had one ready before. I feel like it should be like that.